first name is Sean.
We'll call the police. Any ID on you?
My name is Sean.
Well, we don't know if and I don't know what your business.
Why would you call the police?
Because you're not answering my questions. It's not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal.
Ladies and gentlemen, everyone in between, my online friends and family, and of course, as always, you, welcome. My name is Brian P. Today's video is going to be a little different. It's going to be reacting to gaslighting. I'm going to show examples of gaslighting. I'm going to show examples of people exercising their freedoms. In this case, it's actually the First Amendment auditor. The First Amendment auditor is actually, his name is Sean Reyes, if I remember right, R-E-Y-E-S. He is fairly famous, especially in the YouTube scene. And he goes by longIslandAudit. Now, he also does a lot of stuff on Facebook, so I am going to post a link to his YouTube channel as well as the Facebook link, if I can find one, down in the description of the video below. That being said, let's get on with the video.
Which I'm going to break his phone.
You're not going to do any of that. Not at all. Yeah, can I get your name?
What are you doing here?
I'd just like to know who I'm speaking to.
That's fine. We'll call the police. That's fine. We'll call the police.
Why would you call the police?
Because you're not answering my questions, and I don't know what your business.
If you are toxic and narcissistic, chances are somebody telling you, hey, tell me what I want to hear. You're going to take it as a personal attack, a personal affront, and you're going to go looking for backup because your feelings are hurt. You didn't get what you want. Now, in this case, this guy's going to get the police involved because he didn't get what he wanted. And he wasn't willing to give up anything to get it. If this guy isn't a narcissist, he's pretty toxic and he probably doesn't belong in that office. The next three encounters we see are an encounter with a gentleman in the hall named Tom from Corrections. They have a pleasant conversation. They're very cordial towards one another. Next encounter is when the police show up and Sean demands they identify themselves, as is a policy in the United States. Most police departments in the U.S. have a policy that says you must provide your name and badge number or anything that is respectful towards that idea. Officer so-and-so, lieutenant, whatever it means.
I'm from the probation department.
Oh, from probation department. And your name, sir?
Tom.
Tom?
Yes.
My name is Sean. I'm okay. Can I get your name, badge number, please?
Officer Davido, number 51.
Thank you, Davido. And your name and badge number?
Schwartz, 75, badge number 75.
Hi, Schwartz. Story. My first name is Sean.
Sean?
Yes.
An independent journalist filming inside of a government building. Okay. He's not going to divulge his name.
When the sergeant comes in and the police officer starts explaining to the sergeant what's going on, the officer speaks a couple of things that were truth. Those are, he's an independent journalist, he's filming inside of a public place, and then the next word out of his lie is a gaslight lie. I mean, it is a bold-faced lie. He says he refuses to give his name. And if you watch the video, you heard Sean introduce himself so many times. And if that person is in a place of authority over you and they tell their truth, they can't get ID from you. So when he goes and he talks to a sergeant, instead of saying, I can't get ID, what does he say? He refuses to identify. It's a gaslight. He completely identified himself. Sean, that's all he needs to do. And in fact, when Sean asked, what law have I broken? The man says, that's what I'm asking. Essentially, I'm asking, what law did you break? Give me your ID. You see, the duality of these statements actually don't mesh in reality. If you try and take those two statements together, hey, do you have any ID? What crime am I what crime have I committed or am I committing? And he says, that's what I'm asking for, ID. This man, and then he goes and says he won't identify. This man is not there to listen to you, to answer your questions. He wants one thing. He wants his own satisfaction. That man is there. The only reason that police officer needs identification is to place somebody under arrest and to lock them up and to take away their basic rights. There's no need for Sean to give up his ID in this case, except to give up his basic human rights that are written in the Constitution and written in the First Amendment. These things are actually ingrained in Canadian law, too. They're ingrained in the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Look it up.
Independent journalist filming inside of a government building. He's not going to divulge his name. He's not going to divulge his name.
I told you my name was Sean. I said I'm not going to give you my ID unless I've committed a crime. That's correct.
But it's not normal for them to be just sort of here on their normal day. It's not normal.
It's not normal response. It's not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal. That's not normal. And do you see the gaslight? And then the next word out of his mouth is, that's not normal for this guy to be on a normal day here. And then he turns around and blames you for not being normal.
My first name is Sean.
He's not going to divulge his name. Well, we don't know if you're committing a crime yet, but...
Reasonable, articulable suspicion. If you're driving a vehicle, you must, by law, have a valid driver's license and a valid insurance and registration. Without those, you're getting in trouble. If you're a passenger and you haven't been suspected of a crime, the only thing they can do is get you or ask you to get out of the car. If you resist, they can get you for resisting arrest. If you haven't committed a crime, even if you haven't committed a crime, don't resist. They will arrest you for resisting arrest when you were never under arrest. And then they'll get you for a public disturbance because you created a public disturbance while they were arresting you. They gaslight you and make you responsible for their actions. These are people of authority. They're not just police officers at home. They're parents, they're spouses, they're a husband or a wife, they're a mom or a dad. And if they do this like that to people on the streets, lie to each other just to get what they want, I can only imagine the kind of police officer this would be at home. You'll see the disdain that just barely crosses on his face.
Independent journalist filming inside of a government building. Well, we don't know if you're committing a crime yet, but that's what I'm asking.
Exactly.
That's what I'm asking.
Exactly. I do not. I don't give law enforcement identification unless I'm suspected of committing a crime.
Well, we don't know if you're committing a crime yet, but...
What crime would that be? That's the point.
That's what I'm asking.
Exactly. And that's why I won't give an ID, because I haven't committed any crimes here today. That's all.
Just because people are in a place of authority over you doesn't mean you should always listen to them. Sometimes these people will beat you up. They will put you in handcuffs. They will make you lawfully, really unlawfully detained. They'll make you a prisoner in your own mind by questioning what's real and what's not real. Is he asking me for ID, or is he asking me if I've committed a crime? Is he telling me I committed a crime? I know I've not committed no crime. Why does he want ID so bad? Oh my God, this cognitive dissonance, this bouncing back and forth where there's no balance inside. That cop is trying to make Sean crazy, because if he can trigger Sean into losing his mind because this cop is gaslighting him, that cop can put him under arrest. It is simple as that. That is the power of gaslighting. And if you are in a place of authority and you can get the person you're gaslighting to step out of line, you win. Toxic, narcissistic, cop, parent, mom, dad, husband, wife, grandma, grandpa, it doesn't matter. If they can get you to gaslight, if they can gaslight you and get you to lose your mind, they win. That's what toxic narcissistics. That's what toxic narcissistic people do. They don't. If they're not working on it, they're never gonna stop. If they're not working every day, they'll never stop. What if they get paid for it? What if this is something they do every day? Do you expect them to stop? What if that narcissistic parent is so used to telling children what to do for 30 years, that's all she's ever done? Do you think she's going to change because you gave her what she wanted? No, she's just going to keep demanding more. If she doesn't want your name, she's going to want your identification. If it's not that, they want to know exactly where you live. If it's not that, they want you to put you in handcuffs for not giving them what they want. And if you fight back, they will take out the batons, they will beat you down, and if you're not careful, they will shoot you. And I am not just talking about police officers. I'm talking about toxic, narcissistic. Heaven forbid they're an addict and they have comorbid emotional and mental issues going on. Like, these terms are still relatively new to me, so they don't come so quickly to me. My apologies. Any case, gaslighting, it's designed to make you crazy. It's designed to place all the blame on you and question your reality. Once you start bouncing their words back and forth, no, you didn't. Yes, you did. No, I know I did. He says I didn't. He said he wanted ID, but now he says he wants to arrest me, but he's actually asking me if I committed a crime. You know what I mean? If he starts freaking out on that cop, if you start freaking out on your narcissistic parent, you know what they're going to do? They're going to throw you in handcuffs and make you a prisoner, maybe forever. Throw away your freedoms. Don't let them take away your voice. When they lock you up and they put you in a padded room, you scream to the mountains, you scream to the mountaintops and the trees. Don't forget to heal out loud, because unless they cut out your tongue, they'll never get your voice. This has been Brian P. Thank you so much for listening. You guys take care of yourselves.